Krissie.
And we are traveling gleefully. We are currently in front of the Duomo.
Yeah. Oh,
it looks so
she's
cool.
Beautiful.
But it's very cool. There's lots of people, lots of pigeons.
It's like 3 p.m. on a weekday, so
yeah.
Tourists abound.
But we're so excited to be in Italy. We just had the most delicious pizza. Oh. Thank you, Italy.
My first ever Italian pizza, and it was so good.
The bottom was so crisp.
It was so crispy.
How
it like crunched when I bit into it.
Yeah, the sound, I'll never forget. It was amazing.
So look at my eye bags, good God. You can tell I'm tired. It has been a day so far. It
has been a day.
Shall we do a quick recap?
Yes, I was just gonna say we're now at the castle.
Oh yeah, you can.
So that's where that's where we'll recap our morning. So we had originally booked a bus for 5:45 a.m. and we were just like, great, we'll get a taxi at like 5:20, get there at 5:30 and wait for like 15 minutes. But when we left our hotel, the bus was 36 minutes delayed. So we were like, whatever, we'll just go and wait. And the bus station was in the middle of nowhere.
It was like a pop-up, one of those like kind of, what are they called? Like
marquees? Yeah,
like a marquee in a car park. And so it was just us and like a family who only one person spoke a little bit of English, but we were able to figure out that we were meant to be on the same bus.
Yeah. So we just sat in the cold and then
it started raining.
And then the bus got delayed 50 minutes, 55 minutes. By the time, so we got there at 5:20. By the time it arrived at 6:50, we were so done.
We were meant to have an hour 40-minute connection to our next bus, which when we booked it, we were like, an hour and 40 is plenty of time. By the time we got there, our bus was an hour and 36 minutes late and we had 4 minutes to make this connection. We were planning to like go get some breakfast. Yeah. That lunch that we just had was the first meal we've eaten today at like 2 p.m. It was just an ordeal.
Oh my God. It felt like the middle of the night when we finally got here.
Yeah.
It was like 1. I can't believe it's not.
It feels so late.
Like 10 p.m. already.
Anyway, that's been our morning. But we had pizza, so things are looking up. We gave in.
We got gelato.
I got a strawberry. And Katherine got, what is it, choc hazelnut?
Oh,
it is so good. Yeah, the texture.
I honestly didn't think I would be talking about ice cream texture so much, but here I am.
It's delicious. So good. It's so good. 10 out of 10.
Good morning from our first full day in Milan. Well, our only full day. But it is, oh my gosh, it is the most beautiful, day. We've got the hats back out.
It's beautiful.
We're very excited. We're just gonna see all the Milan sights today, get some more pizza.
I don't know if we said yesterday, but we're actually only here until tomorrow morning. Like we leave early tomorrow.
Yeah.
To head somewhere else in Italy, which will be in this vlog as well, so you will see that very shortly. We are back outside the castle that we were at yesterday. We didn't realise yesterday because we were kind of in the need for lunch and sleep. But there's a huge garden like out the back of it basically. So that's what we've come to today to have a look around. And it's such a nice day.
It's so nice. There's like people with like balloons and there's like people playing music and people out for coffee and
it's a Saturday as well. So it's like a weekend. Everyone's like out and about.
It's so beautiful.
It's so nice. But yeah, we're basically just gonna do like a loop of the city and see everything we want to see. So hopefully the day stays this nice.
Oh, I love Italy.
Did we come back to the same pizza place as yesterday for lunch? Yes.
It was delicious.
food was so good and we were in the area, so why not?
That was so weird.
We just went inside this church here, which was built in 1145, and it was built with like a cemetery as well, and then like 65 years later the cemetery filled up, so they took out a bunch of the skeletons from the cemetery and like built a room for it, and then I think it was in like the 1600s, that room was like renovated and decorated with the skulls and like leg bones from all the skeletons.
Odd.
It was very strange. Come down to the Naviglio area of Milan, which is like around some canals, and it is so nice.
It is. There's so many restaurants along the canals, and like
there's like a little sort of market.
Yeah.
And there's like lots of people out and about, and like as we said before, there's still like buskers and stuff playing music.
Good afternoon.
Hello.
We are not on a FlixBus like we should be.
We were meant to have a FlixBus this morning at 8 AM. At 8:30 last night we got a text that it was cancelled.
FlixBus were like, don't worry though, because we've rebooked you on an 8 PM to 3 AM bus. And we were like, no,
Yeah,
that's
like,
not the same.
That's not the same.
So we've ended up on a train.
That's the joy of booking cheap things, is they're usually cheap for a reason.
But we're very excited to get to Lucca and reunite with our parents.
Yeah, I don't know if we've really said, but we planned this part of the trip before we left home. Catherine's parents and my parents are both coming over, and we're all spending the week together in Lucca.
It's going to be so cute.
Yeah, it's going to be great. Except my parents were meant to arrive this afternoon and their flight got cancelled, so they're now arriving tomorrow. But that's okay.
They'll get here.
But it's going to be very fun. I'm also seeing my brother, who's coming over as well from Canada, who I haven't seen since before COVID.
A family reunion.
Yeah, so it's going to be really fun.
Good afternoon from Lucca. I think the last thing we filmed was like us on the train on the way here.
But we made it.
We made it. It was a journey, but we did. So this week is going to be a little different because I am doing an Italian class with my parents, which is very wholesome and fun.
I am not. My parents
Krissie
are doing it, but I'm not.
Yeah, it's just us. So she'll be exploring Lucca for the week and then like doing a couple of maybe 1 or 2 day trips. So she'll be doing most of the vlogging. I will be away learning.
I feel like there's not a whole lot to do in Lucca other than just walk around. So I'm excited to just kind of relax a lot, honestly.
So enjoy that.
Hello. It is my first solo morning in Lucca. We've got an absolutely beautiful day. And I'm honestly just going to walk around this morning. My parents arrive later this afternoon, or not even, in a couple of hours they'll land. So I'll head back to the accommodation to meet them there. But I'm excited to just wander around and have a look at all this beautiful Italian architecture around Lucca. Embarking on yet another long staircase up to what is hopefully going to be a good view.
Why are so many attractions in Europe like climb this old brick building?
They're tricking me into exercise. We made it
Made it to the top.
to another windy top of the tower. hills. Oh yeah. Oh no. Oh yes. Hello. It has been a few days since we've actually filmed anything. Catherine's been enjoying her Italian classes and I have been sick, so I haven't really left much the last couple of days, but it's been nice catching up with her parents and my parents, and then I'm not sure if we mentioned, but my brother and his family are also here at the moment, so that's been really great. But I am back out and about today. I'm just currently walking through the amphitheatre, which is like an old Roman amphitheatre from like 200 AD, so about like almost 2,000 years ago. You can kind of see behind me, it's like a round area that's been changed into like apartment buildings and restaurants and stuff, which is really cool. One of the really cool things about Lucca is that it's a walled city. So there's a lot of these around Europe, but there's also a lot that used to be walled but don't have their walls anymore, but Lucca still does. So I'm actually like walking along the wall at the moment. You can see this is the city down here, and then over this side we've got some of the Tuscan hills in the background, and that's like technically outside the city there. But it's really cool because it loops the whole city, so you can go and like walk or ride a bike around the entire perimeter of the city, which is just really cool. It's like a very fun thing that again we don't really have in Australia, and it's so beautiful. I'm like obsessed with all the like yellow and pink buildings. They're just so Italian. Good morning. It is Catherine's last day of class today. And I am out on a day trip to Pisa. So I caught the train in from Lucca this morning. It's only about half an hour on the train, which is nice and close. And I'm gonna spend a few hours here having a look around. Probably gonna get some pizza for lunch and go and visit the Leaning Tower. It's gonna be fun. Fun fact that I learned a little while ago listening to a podcast is that while the Leaning Tower of Pisa is probably like the most famous leaning building, it does not actually have the steepest lean. There is a church in Germany, I think it's Sohusen, I'm not sure if that's pronounced correctly, I'll put it on the name on the screen, that actually leans like 1.5 degrees more than the Leaning Tower of Pisa. Their marketing was just better. But it does lean like quite a significant way. I'm trying to find the best angle to kind of see it, but it's like they really did screw up quite badly. It doesn't look stable. I'm amazed it's still standing, to be honest, but obviously they have like reinforced it over the years. Alright, it says online that to go into the cathedral you need to get a ticket, but I just wanted to ask them. They said it's all good, you can just go in, and it's free, so I'm going to go do that at the moment. It looks quite impressive. Alright, like most churches, wasn't allowed to talk in there, but I filmed a couple of clips. It's quite an impressive cathedral, especially for being free. We love free things. But yeah, it's quite nice. There's some like absolutely beautiful like ceiling art and like paintings on the walls and everything that are really nice, but it was also very crowded, which is to be expected. It's like 11 AM. That's on me for coming somewhere like this at such a busy time. But yeah, it was cool. But yeah, I'm not sure if I said that I'm not actually going to go up the tower for a couple of reasons. One is I don't love heights, and it just looks like something that would make me a bit scared. But also when I went to like book them, like the earliest available one for today is 3:45 p.m. And I wanted to be back in Lucca by then. So I took that as a sign that it's not meant to be, and I can stay family on the ground today. I'm currently just sitting on the grass near the tower and cathedral. It's just really cool to be somewhere this famous. It's like really wild, all these things that we're getting to do on this trip. And we talk about it to each other all the time, but like we are so grateful to be doing what we're doing. We're grateful to like ourselves for like saving and like actually taking the leap and like leaving our jobs and going on this trip, because it is so worth it. And we really don't take for granted being able to just like, you know, come on a day trip and see really famous landmarks and just, you know, like hang out in Italy for a month and have our parents come and visit us as well. Like that's been really cool, and hanging out with them and seeing my brother and everything. It's been a good week.
Buongiorno.
Good morning.
So I finished my Italian class. I feel like I definitely improved. It was really good actually. It was very intense. They before I did the class, Krissie asked me if they would speak in English, and I was like, yeah, obviously. They did not. They almost exclusively spoke Italian, including to me, who was a reasonably low beginner. So it was very intense, and I'm a lot more tired than I thought I would be. But yes, we're on a walk now of the wall. I think it's about an hour walk, and it's a stunning day.
We leave Lucca tomorrow. We've got one last day of exploring.
And then so many more Italian adventures to come. Stopped on our walk along the wall to admire the Botanic Gardens from above. We might go in. I was just gonna say though that like I feel like in every video we've said this place is really cute, or like this place is really nice, so I feel like it doesn't have meaning anymore. But Lucca seems different, and I don't know if it's because we spent a week here so we like really got to know it, but I feel like
we were here with our families.
Yeah, but I feel like nice doesn't do it justice. Like Lucca is really special. It's probably one of the first places I would easily come back to.
Yeah, it's so nice.
It's so special. We're in the Botanic Gardens. Where else would we be but a Botanic Garden?
I know.
I feel like we've seen every Botanic Garden in every city we've been to.
Yeah, pretty much. We love a Botanic Garden.
We do love a Botanic Garden.
Drive with my parents to some areas around Lucca, and we're on what's it called, the Devil's Bridge, which is the most chaotic bridge we've ever seen. There's like a folk tale about like a deal with the devil to make the bridge, and the first soul to cross the bridge was going to belong to the devil, but then the villagers sent a dog across instead of a human.
The devil. The city sent a dog instead.
Yeah,
and
the devil got mad and made the bridge uneven. We don't know why the bridge is actually uneven, but it is insane. Once we get back down, I'll film it. But like, it's ridiculous. I don't know how they screwed up so badly. Do they build half the bridge and then go,
Yeah.
we're not halfway across yet? I don't know.
I think
but
so.
It's quite funny. Right, so this is this side of the bridge. We go up, 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 and then the other side, just, where's the other half? Like, what's going on?
We have made it to Baga.
Yes, it was a windy road to get here. We also went on a slight accidental detour with an extra windy road.
It was harrowing.
So that was fun. But we made it and it's so cute. We're like obviously up in a hill, like on a mountain.
It is beautiful.
And you can see the like village down behind us.
Not the best place for us to stand behind like a
Let me walk this way. Down there. It's very cool.
Look at those hills.
I know, it's so beautiful.
It is our last morning in Lucca.
It is. We're very sad to leave. It's so beautiful.
I was saying to Krissie that I think this is the first place we have ever genuinely not wanted to leave. Like, I feel like we were kind of sad to leave like Hanoi and Singapore and London, but like we actually do not want to leave.
Yeah.
Just wish we could like stay another week maybe.
Yeah.
But
we do not have the days in our visa allowance for that.
we will definitely come back.
Absolutely.
Probably not on this trip, but at some point in our lives.
Yeah.
It's just so beautiful.
You can get here as a day trip from Florence and Pisa. So if you're in either of those, like it's absolutely worth
I mean, even like
coming to
Cinqueterre.
yeah, true.
Because like we're going to La Spezia today and it's like 2 hours.
Yeah. But yeah, as Katherine just said, we are heading off to our next place this afternoon.
No thanks to FlixBus that cancelled
Again.
So we're on another train. And yeah, we're gonna finish this video here.
And then our next video will be our next little Italy section. So stay tuned for that.
We got lots of Italy coming up.
We do, we're very excited. But yeah, thank you for watching. If you like this or any of our other travel vlogs, feel free to subscribe and give us a thumbs up. And follow us on Instagram if you want to actually see where we are, because
Here's our handle.
I'm a little far behind in editing these vlogs. Thank you for watching and we will see you in the next one.
See you in the next one.
Bye.